Hello, welcome to America CALBAYOG. I am going to show you some of the updates, what's going on. Some of the things, just give you a briefing on what's going on, is a lot of the ceiling has gone up. They're filling the bottom with dirt. The railing is going up. So without further ado, let's go ahead and go inside and check it out. Alright, let's go ahead and go inside. It's raining out, so I'm going to start outside. They're getting all the dirt for the floor. So we had dirt delivery, and this will go to raise the floor inside. So you notice the floor is a lot lower than where it needs to be. So we're going to fill it up with dirt, which they had already started a while ago. It's going to be a little bit noisy in here because we've got a lot of people doing different things. So I apologize for all the noise. But over here, they already filled all this. And it'll get tamped down. And then they'll shape all the rebar. And then cement will get poured. This will all be leveled out, of course, and tamped down to make it nice and compact. But let's go ahead and go upstairs. So as you see, the roof is all on. That's all insulation under the roof. And then, yes. So the ceiling is going on. So there's different wood. You see that? That's all the framing for the ceiling. Now you can go with metal, but we decided to go with wood. And the same thing with that, we went with flexi board. You could have gone with drywall or with wood, but we went with the flexi board instead. And it'll get shaped and put in, and there'll be lights and another light fixture in the center there. And then it gets all seamed up, just like you do with wood. Let's go into this room. You see, it's all nice, flattened out, covered. And just like you do with drywall, they use seam tape and then smooth it out. And as you see, the walls, what I was talking about, it's very nice and smooth. So that's one of the big things that I was concerned about, was the walls not being smooth and having waves going through. And if you look on the side, it's very smooth. And they're working on the back wall here. Putting on the final coat, skim coat, paint over it. That's the primer that's going over the skim coat. Door frames. So, like I said previously, this is New Zealand wood door frames. It's kiln dried and treated. And the way they do it here is the unfinished door, then they put the frame in, and then there was room in between this, and then they fill the cement in so it goes right up to the wood. So all the frames are in, all the doors here. Ceiling going up. There's up there where they make the grid is called Santa Clara. So it's a good wood. Don't have to worry about it rotting. So you want to make sure that good wood is used. So it won't get termites and it won't get rotted out. Like this, a lot of people here, they use cocoa lumber from the cocoa trees, from the coconut trees. You really don't want to use that. You want to use a top quality wood or metal. And then over here, oh, I don't know if I should go over there, but I'm going to. Go out to the terrace over here. Going through a little maze there. But so the railings, stainless steel railings. This is all custom cut and welded in place. That'll get cemented up. If you notice, it's welded, the rebar that's in the cement, they cut so it gets welded to there. And down below, they do the same thing and it gets welded down. So that'll all be recovered, and you want to make sure that that's done before the tiling. So this whole terrace will be tiled, but you want to make sure that this goes in before the tiles. And these covers right here, that slips up and it will go down on top of it, on top of the tile, so it'll look nice. So, and there's going to be, of course, in between right there, there's going to be a nice little pattern that goes in between there. All these welds right here, this will be totally welded up all around. Same thing over here. They'll be welded all the way across, then grinded down, smoothed out, and then buffed out, so it'll look really nice when it's done. This is just rough right now. They're just doing that just so it goes in for now, not finished product yet. What I was talking about with the doors, that's how they do it. The frame goes in, and then they do finish the cementing around it. Over here in the front, we've got the front wall. That's all new right there. We built all that wall so far. And they left that opening right there because the trucks still have to go to the back, to the water, to continue filling that and leveling that out with dirt. And then the wall continues again. As you can see, the building, the construction of the wall right now. And that'll go all the way across. The windows. We had ordered the windows already, and it should take about 2 weeks for us to get the windows. I'm not going to tell you what the windows are. You'll see when they get installed or when they're installing it. But where you order the windows from, they do the installation. So it's all included with the price, and the screens on the windows here are on the insides, and you'll see how that is rather than the outside, because if it's on the outside during typhoons, the screens will just go flying off and you have to be replacing the screens all the time. So the screens are in the inside of the windows here. Let's go back across here. Yep. And pretty soon this will all have a roof on it right here. This way the open concept will look nice. and they'll be doing the railings here very shortly. And here comes Danny. And here's Jason, that's our electrician. He's the electrical engineer, and he's doing more electrical work. It looks like he's running the electricity for the AC units. Is that for the AC units, or is that for the overhang lights? So for all around the house on the outside for the overhangs, there's going to be 24 lights going all around. So I believe that's what he's running for. I think the AC, the electricity for the AC's already ran. So he's running all the electrical wires for the lights for the overhang. And yeah, so this is the flexi board. They go for 420 pesos a sheet. So I don't know, like $8-9 per sheet. Well, this is all the metal for all the railings, and that's going to be for the front gate, the sheets. Over here, they're filling all the floor with dirt right now. So yeah, pretty soon the floor will be poured downstairs. And they're bringing more sheets upstairs. All this here, that's all extra metal. That's Cepolin and some angle bar. At the end of the construction build, if we don't need that, we'll sell that to somebody else who's doing another construction job, and we'll recoup some of the money so none of it gets wasted. And the lighting for the overhangs, that's what I was talking about. I'll go in the overhang all the way across there. So all outside it'll be nice and lit up. The railings, they're doing the railings in the front right now. Like I said, everything is cut to fit right on the job site. Starting the same thing as the side balcony. So I looked on the internet, and on the internet, if you look for the cost of a house build, it says 20,000 pesos per square meter. Don't believe it. It's going to cost you a lot more than 20,000 a square meter. Final figures we'll computate and we'll give it to you at the end of the build. Over here there used to be this huge mango tree. No more. It's cut down, and these are all the remnants of the mango tree. We'll let it dry all up, and then we'll use all the wood. Some of it, the big pieces, I'll probably make into some type of little table or something. And then the smaller pieces we'll use, and other people will use for cooking lechon. So pig roasts. This is the wall build. Like I said, they're continuing on that. It's raining out a little bit, not too bad. That's already in, cement's already poured. You can see how fast it rains and how fast it fills up, but that'll dry right up just a couple of hours when it's sunny out. And next door there, that's the church, and they're doing construction work over there too on the other side of the wall. So it looks like they're building the house on the other side of the wall there. Let's go ahead and take a walk back to the water. Oh, the roof. Yeah, the roof is done. Yeah, came out really nice. Looks good. I will attempt to get the drone out when it's not nasty out, so we can get a top view of the whole house. This whole area still needs to be filled with dirt, as well as over here. This hasn't been filled yet either. They'll have to backfill all this. And we got another little boat. This is just a paddle boat to go out fishing. So that's the second one. The other one that we have, of course, is motorized. And back here on the wall, they're working on the walls back here. They're putting the coating over the hollow blocks, which aren't hollow anymore. And they're coating it up right now. There's our boat, motorboat. Pretty soon we'll be able to get that up here so I can repaint it with some good marine paint. Of course, it's Mermin for American Minda on the side. They did a lot more filling back here. Almost done here. And the wall is done here. And it's filled all the way to the back here. Hello. And then this will oh, and then this will get all filled. They're not done filling this, backfilling this up. Oh, it looks like there's some hollow blocks there that need to be moved. This way they won't get wasted. And that's a church there. It looks like they're building another structure over here as well. There go some of the people from the church that are doing the working. And I'll tell you what, doing a house build here in the Philippines is very challenging. It's challenging for me. It's not challenging for them. It's challenging for me. And the reason I'm saying it's challenging for me is because I don't speak Waray and I speak a little Tagalog. So My wife does a lot of the talking and a lot of it because I can't do it. So for me, it's very frustrating. The house build alone is very frustrating. I'm ready for it to be done. It's a huge endeavor. Whoever gets into a house build, building a new house, it's very difficult. You don't realize just really everything that has to go into it. All the light sockets, all the fixtures, just everything. I highly suggest before getting into a big house build that you're prepared for it. And nobody really ever discusses the downside of building a house here in the Philippines out of cement, of course. And yeah, it's a huge undertaking, and it gets very frustrating at times, but you just have to bear with it and just keep on moving forward and think of the positive of what the outcome is going to be. As for return on investment for building a house, it's for pleasure. So don't think of this as a return on investment. At least I'm not going to. I'm just looking at it as a pleasure and enjoyment rather than a return on investment. So return on investment is something that you don't want to think about when doing it because it's not one of the better return on investments. However, the land is. So just something to think about when building a house here in the Philippines. All right, I will keep you updated when there's some more progress being made where it's worth showing you. I don't like boring you with videos stuff that you've already seen me video before. So until next time, thank you for watching. See you all soon. Goodbye from CALBAYOG City, Philippines. I just wanted to add to it. Make sure that when you're doing stuff, you just don't go with just what one person says. We've got several bids that we did for the railings. We had several bids for the windows, and the difference between the bids was tremendous. Like double the price from the highest bid to the lowest bid. So really make sure that you go out and you do a little bit of research. You get a couple of bids and make sure it's from good, reputable people that for a company that's going to do right, especially with the rails and windows. You want to make sure that's all good. The supplies that we're getting for the rails, they all came from Cebu. The windows that the company is getting, they're being ordered from Cebu. It's take about 2 weeks for us to get. So just keep that in mind and do your DD, your due diligence and research, and make sure that you just don't go with the first person, that you're looking around and making sure that everything is also included in it. I had contracts that were given to us for the windows, and there were errors on it. So make sure that you read everything that's in a contract and that you're happy and content with what's in there. All right, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.